What's up, y'all? Hope all is well. Matt Garland here, NMLS number 58700, but I'm better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Welcome to another incredible episode of Rants and Gems. I am your host today, another solo episode. Shout out to my partner, Kiana Watson. She could not make it today. She had some very important business to handle, so she couldn't make it. So I am here all alone, MG. They let MG go live by his damn self. So we're going to sit here. We're going to do what we got to do. And we're going to drop a lot of gems today for the people. All right. So I'm excited to have you guys here with me today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And first of all, shout out to everybody who's been checking in with me. I know I've kind of been off the radar since Invest Fest. Had to take some personal time to myself, and I'm definitely going to do a little bit more personal time to myself because I feel recharged. I feel energized. I feel great. And sometimes rest is needed. So shout out to all of you for checking in with your boy. Drop some gems in the comment. Let's start this off right. Drop some gems in the comment. I'm ready to go crazy today. All right. They let me in here by my damn self. So I'm going to put on a show. Shout out to Kiana Watson. She put on a show last week. She was Spicy Kiana, Spicy Q, as we call her in the group chat right now. But I'm going to get out here and I'm going to keep that energy going. All right. Let's get down to business. We got a lot of gems hitting the comments. First time here. All right. Hold. Let me represent you. Real Estate Apostle says first time here. Thanks for sharing. Welcome to my world. Welcome to Rants and Gems. Welcome to the EYL network. Happy to have you here. I need everybody to make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get these views up. Let's get the people on here. We got a lot of gems in the comment. Shout out to executive producer extraordinaire Jordana Hemingway is in the building. All right. So look, let's talk about it, right? There's a lot of things going on in the internet world. So let's first talk about what's the hot topic today. The hot topic, first of all, y'all need to get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Everybody go out there. Go click that, smash that like button for your boy MG real quick. Smash that like button for your boy real quick. We need to get some more likes up here if y'all want me to continue with this show first and foremost, right? We can't be disrespecting the algorithms right now. But let's talk about President Joe Biden's loan forgiveness, student loan forgiveness. There's a lot that can be said for this. There's a lot that can be said for this. But let's just stick to the facts right now, right? So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Let me add this to the stream. Joe Biden student loan. Let me remove this. All right. Let me share the screen. Can y'all see my screen loud and clear? All right, good. Y'all see the screen loud and clear. So for those of you who don't know what the student loan forgiveness is, the Biden administration student loan debt plan, they're forgiving debt up to $20,000 if you went to college on Pell Grants and up to $10,000 if you didn't receive any Pell Grants. Now, how do you qualify for this, right? Very important. How do you qualify for this? Forgiveness only apply to those who earn less than $125,000 if you're single, and less than, I believe, $250,000 if you're married. The student loan pause on payments is extended one final time through December 31st, 2022. Payments based on income. If you have an undergraduate loans, you can cap your repayment at 5% of your monthly income. All right. And here's everything that you need to know on this slide, right? And I hope you guys, if you can see this, type yes in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody can see this on their screens. Type yes in the chat if you can see this. Screenshot this information. All right. Screenshot this. Jordana, I see you in the chats. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people, Jordana. I know you see it. Screenshot this. Send this to somebody who needs to know about the student loans forgiveness. Here's everything you need to know. Student loan payments are resuming on January 2023. Application will open to submit for debt cancellation end of 2022, January of 2023. 8 million borrowers could potentially qualify for this. How to qualify for the 10,000 debt cancellation? Loan held by Department of Education, did not receive Pell Grant, earned less than 125,000, single, earned greater than $250,000, married. How to qualify for the 20,000 debt cancellation? Loan held by the Department of Education, awarded the Pell Grant, low income borrower, income payment. Income-driven payment plans, pay 5% of discretionary income or half what you pay now. Loan forgiveness in 10 years. Original balance was less than $12,000. Unpaid interest will not grow if you pay on time. Okay. I got a lot to say about this right now. Make sure y'all screenshot this, so that way you can pass this information on to someone who might need it. I'm going to give you another second before I give my opinion on this. I'm going to have to give myself a little something to drink here, because for me, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is just MG speaking. This doesn't represent the opinion of my co-host, Kiana Watson, or the EYL network, or anyone else associated with the brand. This is strictly MG here. Okay. $10,000 ain't enough. $20,000 ain't enough, in my opinion. Is it something? Yeah. But let's call a spade a spade. I can't screenshot it. Monique, you better screenshot this. For me, and look, obviously this just came out today. Let me just, if you agree what I just said, first of all, I'm gonna give y'all one more minute to screenshot this. So everything you need to know, screenshot this so you have the information. But I'm gonna just keep it real with you guys. To me, this is not enough. Take a pic with your phone, screenshot this information. I want you guys to have it. But like, I'm just keeping it real. $10,000. What the hell is that doing? I honestly feel like this is an insult. I'm just keeping it real with you. This just seems like a damn insult to me. What is this $10,000 going to do? I mean, some people will say it's better than nothing. Oh, he's trying. But what the hell is this really going to do? Like, let's really call a spade a spade. I don't know nobody who has $10,000, just $10,000 in student loan debt. First of all, and I can tell you this because my baby girl, Brooke, my oldest, will be a senior in high school this year, and we're looking at colleges. We're looking at only HBCUs, by the way, okay? Because I told her I'm only going to give my money to HBCU. And the tuition for these schools, for these historical Black institutions, and this is not even these Ivy League schools, so I can't even imagine what these things cost. These things are ranging anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Okay, so I said to her, I said, B, I call her B, or I call her Bear, right? So if you hear me say be a bear, I'm referencing my daughter. I said, Bear, what the hell? $160,000 for an undergrad degree? So when you start thinking about this, now I told her to go to NCCU. Although I'm a college dropout, but I got Eagle pride. Shout out to all my Eagles in the building. All right. Look, what the hell is $10,000 going to do? I'm just keeping it real with you guys. What is $10,000 going to do? Somebody please tell me in the comments. I really know. I want to know. I'm asking you guys a question. If you have student loans, please tell me, is $10,000 really going to help your student loan issue? Because now the payments, he said one last time, is they extending the payments to pause to the end of the year. So you got January 1st, everybody who has student loans, you're going to have to start making this payment again. So what the hell is $10,000 going to do off your student loan bill? Not a goddamn thing. I'm sorry. President Joe Biden and this administration, you guys are doing a tremendous disservice to everybody. I think I saw something on CNBC today. I'm going to try to find this right now while we talk about this, because this to me makes no damn sense. I said to myself, what is that doing? And it's all over the internet like it's a big deal. And I'm like, how are people thinking this is a big deal? This makes no sense. There was something up here. I'm trying to find it. There was like 1.7 trillion of student loan debt or something like that. I don't know. I can't find it. I can't remember what I meant to save it too. But I think it was something like 1.7 or $2 trillion worth of student loan debt outstanding right now. I wish I could find this thing. Was it Bloomberg? I don't know. But somebody tell me in the comments. But it just, like, what? What is this doing for anybody? I really want to know how much outstanding, somebody find this for me. How much outstanding student loan debt is there? Just check with the White House. Okay, hold on. Somebody find this out to me. Jordan L says, I just checked with White House. It's 1.6 trillion, right? 1.7 trillion. That's what I saw earlier. 1.7 trillion. How much do Stephen Miller says, how much do you think he should have forgiven? All of it. Get rid of it all. Get rid of it. This is the biggest scam known to mankind. College is a scam of all scams. I'm sorry. No disrespect to all the colleges. I'm trying to just tell you my opinions, and this is my opinions. I'm sorry. If you are not going to be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a rocket scientist, an attorney, something when you need that higher level education, man, a nurse, you know what I'm saying? Doctor, something along those lines, man, majority of the student loan debt is big scam energy. In my opinion, I'm just telling you my opinion. I told you this does not represent EYL Network. This does not represent Kiana Watson. This is just my personal opinion. Like I tell my children, I am not paying for school unless you're going to be one of these things. My daughter Brooke wants to be an attorney. I will happily pay for her to go to school if she's going to be an attorney. If not, I'm not paying for it. I'm sorry, because to me, you might as well come over here to one of these companies that your daddy owned and learn the real life. You know what I'm saying? Why am I spending all this money? How many of you guys in this comments who's watching this right now live on a replay, or you listen to this on audio, how many of you guys have hundreds of thousands of student loan debt and don't even make $100,000 a year? I can't tell you as a mortgage professional how many people I encounter who have hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt and barely make $100K. How are you supposed to pay for this? Like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I think it made sense maybe 40 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. Like, yo, when I went to North Carolina Central University, my out-of-state tuition was $12,000. I think 12.5 for a year. That thing is almost $40,000 a year right now. What in God's green earth is it $40,000 for a year? These children are going to go into massive debt to party, to network. I'm just telling you, this is just my opinion. You may not agree with it, and I'm not bashing college. Let's not get it twisted here. I'm not bashing college because I went to college. I had a great time. I believe you should go to college if you want to be certain things in life that require this higher education. But majority, like, what? No, it just doesn't make sense. So, Stephen Miller, how much do you think he should have forgiven? All of it. All of it. These schools, first of all, these schools, they make millions of dollars, billions of dollars, like from other things, from sports and all this other stuff. Like, come on, man. Why school is expensive? And if you're going to forgive something, $10,000 being, that's not enough. How is this really helping? Like, how is this helping the average person who's making 60,000 or 70,000 a year, who may have 100,000 in student loans? Hell, community college is like 10 to 15,000 a year now. How is this helping people? And how is this going to help Black people specifically? Now, I don't know the stats and all of this. I've been, you know, as my day been going on, I've been listening to different things, and I haven't had time to research this. But a lot of these things that I've been listening to from credible sources makes a lot of sense to me too. How is this helping Black people? Because the majority of people who go to college and got degrees is white. So these folks, and there's no disrespect to our white count brothers and sisters, the ones who are allies, right? But like, this is going to help them. How is this going to help Black people? I want to know, how is this helping Black people? So this administration and just Democrats in general, look, man, y'all on the clock. We getting sick of this shit. I'm just keeping it real. There are plenty of Black people in college. That is a fact. But there are more white people in college than Black people, from everything I've researched. But I'm asking a specific question. How is this helping Black people who helped you get in office? How is this helping Black people directly? To me, I don't think this is helping Black people. I don't think this is really helping nobody, because $10,000 forgiven off your $100,000 bill doesn't help. That's just my opinion. Floyd Land says, some of you will never be satisfied. You're goddamn right. We're never satisfied. And why should we? Why should we be satisfied? No. Why should we be satisfied? I need everybody to hit the like button if you like what I'm talking about right now. Drop a gem in the comments too if you like what I'm talking about right now. Do your boy MG a favor on this one. Thank you very much. We need more likes and we need more of all that good stuff on here. But I just want to know, how does this help us? Like, I'm feeling, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm choosing violence today. I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity to come on the biggest network. I'm choosing violence today. I just highlighted the link. Come on the show today. I want to hear from you guys. We're going to talk about the student loans. I want to hear your opinions directly. I don't want to read comments. Come into the studio today. I highlighted it in the comments. Okay? I'm going to put it in the chat one more time. Come on live, Rants and Gems. This is your opportunity to ask your questions. Let's talk about the student loans. I'm here for this discussion with the people. And when you come on here, I'm going to tell you right now, stick to guidelines, no profanity. Only MG can curse, not you. And I'm trying to keep my composure. and let's have intelligent conversations. And I want to hear your opinions. Okay. And come on in. So we got our first guest. Make sure you have good lighting, video on, the whole 9 yards. And we're gonna keep this short and sweet. And I want to hear what y'all talking about. BGM, I'm coming to you. Let's go, BGM.
MG, what's good, man?
What's your name and where you from, dog?
Yeah, it's Bakari, man. Staten Island. What's going on?
Yo, Shaolin in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Nothing. I'm with you, man. I definitely, me and my wife were talking about this. We definitely disagree with the whole 10K situation, and 20K situation for the forgiveness. We definitely believe it should be more. And what's even messed up is, so I could qualify if it was individually under the threshold, but because they include the household income, so together we make slightly more, like 5K more over the household threshold. So I don't even qualify for that. So I feel like, my wife has nothing to do with my loans. I've been paying my loans. She has loans. She been paying her loans. And it's like none of us can even qualify still, which is crazy to me. But yet, they use all they don't take into consideration of all of your expenses, right? So they just looking at income, but they're not looking at all of your expenses either to see how much really you need to have deducted. But they'll do that when it comes to getting qualified for a home with your DTI and things of that nature. So I think it's just a messed up situation scenario how they have it, man.
So let me ask you a question, right? With all that being said, what do you think this administration should have done?
I believe that they should have forgiven all of the loans. Like I mean, I don't understand. Like Pac said, you got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Like you have money to spread out to everything else that's convenient, but yet and still, I mean, when it comes down to our people and helping majority of people that are in these debt situations, are in these slave-like situations financially, it's like they don't want to give out. And it's crazy to me because when it comes to Donald Trump, he was taking care. He was doing whatever he needed to do. He was signing off on whatever. He didn't care. And I feel like 1.7 trillion dollars in student loan debt. Like, come on, man. That's not going to break. That's not going to disrupt anything else on top of how much debt we already in. So y'all might as well just clear that out so that it can be a position when the inflation starts, slowly decreasing. Now we got a bunch of black and brown people, in addition to who make up majority of America, who are in position to start reinvesting their money and start starting the economy again. Like, it just makes sense. Like, we got more money and more credit to be able to do stuff that it's going to jumpstart the economy at the right time, and when the inflation is probably going to start slowing down.
Good opinion, man. I love that, bro.
Yes.
I definitely love everything that you're saying. Look, I hope they amend this. I hope they do something different so that way it can help you and your family.
Facts.
But I think everything that you said, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Agreed.
Also, like,
Agreed, man. And I'm gonna just leave it with this, man. Obviously, number one, we really got to keep it in God's hands. One, and then two, like, we just can't rely on the government for anything. We got to really help and do for ourselves, man. Like, we can't look for the government for nothing, because we've seen what that has gotten us since basically we came into this country. So that's my last thoughts on that, man.
look, 100% facts, my brother. I agree with that. We got to take matters into our own hand.
100%, man. And big ups to you, man. I'm glad that CNN they found the right one when they hollered at you, or you gave them the real gems.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I said a lot that they didn't put on there. I said
I
a
bet,
whole
I
lot.
bet they
A
did a
whole
lot
lot.
of editing.
A lot of editing. They had like a lot of editing. I'm not as political correct as my counterparts. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Right. Nah, it's all love, man. I appreciate you, King. Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on tonight, man.
No doubt.
All right, so we're gonna go to VJ. Since you got your camera on, I'm coming to you.
Oh, MG, what's going on, man?
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. It's a little bit different for us out here. Like, I live in Toronto, Canada, So we're not dealing with the same issues. You know, it's all the same but a little bit different. But yeah, I agree with the last caller. You know, we gotta, you know, we can't rely on the government at the end of the day. Like that's how I see it. Like we can't, you know, we got to do for ourselves. We got to take things into our own hands. You know what I mean? Build our own businesses. Like we can't be looking at them for handouts at the end of the day.
Nah, 100% agree with that, man. We got to take matters into our own hand. We have to look. We have to. We can't be happy about this $10,000 either which way, because it doesn't do nothing for those who have, you know, a couple $100,000 in student loans. Yes, it's a penny saved, so it's a penny earned. But at the end of the day, we got to find more solutions and more streams of income and other ways for us to go out here and get it. And depending on the government, it hasn't worked for none of us. So we have to continue to do what we have to do to push ourselves to that next level. So I 1,000% agree with you, brother.
No doubt. And yeah, man, you guys got to make it up north. You guys got to come up north to Canada, to Toronto, where we need you guys up here.
Soon come, trust me. Stay tuned. Right. Breaking news and special announcement coming sooner than you think. Thank you for tapping in from up north, brother.
Later, my G.
Thank you, bro. All right, so we're gonna go to Felicia. Felicia, Mars, I'm coming to you. How are you tonight? Hold on, we gotta unmute you. Hold on. Unmute yourself.
There we go. So sorry about that. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Felicia. So tell us, President Biden's student loan forgiveness. What are your thoughts about this?
I am in alignment with you, all the previous guests who just came on and said something. I myself, I see it that it's just not going to help. $10,000 is just not. I have my bachelor's, I have my master's, and I just got accepted to FSU Law. So now I'm back in school again.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. My background, I'm actually in HR. So I have another perspective that we're looking at. I think one of the comments, Jordana, she just posted something about Black women and their income, about 20%, something like that, she said. When I work in HR, and I see those ratios all the time. I see what we make in comparison to others. And I can definitely say it's not going to match up. Pay equity is definitely something that does play a part in this as well. Considering what they make versus what we make, you know already they're going to, you know, double up on their income. They're going to have enough to pay off their loans or whatever. We're already working through it. We're working hard. We're trying to scrape through every penny we could get, and just allowing 10,000, come on, it's not going to work. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to add.
I like it. So let me ask you what you think about this, right? Because we got a couple people in the comments who says all these educated people, good guy Justin says, all these educated people wanting handouts, shaking my head. What's your response to good guy Justin?
Yeah, so again, we are in a field where we are doing what we're supposed to do. We are out there, we're going through the education system, we are going to jobs, we're getting hired, we're working our roles, we're getting positions here and there, we're working our way up the ranks. But again, we're not getting the same deals that they're getting. And I'm not trying to, you know, play a race card or anything like that. It's the facts. Like I said, I work in the HR industry and I do payroll and I see those numbers. So it's definitely true. No matter how hard we put in and how hard we work, we're just not going to get the same.
I agree with that. Good comeback. Good things. Thank you for coming on the show today. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
It's a pleasure.
Man, this is heating up, baby. This is heating up. This is Rants and Gems. Look, I'm telling y'all, we're gonna do something. I may do this more often. I want to hear the people. We're talking about President Biden's student loan forgiveness. $10,000 if you make up to $125,000 if you're single, $250 if you're married. What do you think about it? So I want to get some more people on here. Let me get my guy Moses up here. Moses, I'm coming to you, brother. Talk to us.
MG.
What's your thoughts on President Biden's student loan forgiveness? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Do you think he should be forgiven more money? Do you think 10,000 is more than enough? What is your thoughts, my brother?
I absolutely do not agree. Just because I personally know people in $90,000, $100,000 worth of student debt, people who have gone to these private institutions that charge anywhere from 40 to 50 a year. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's 100K given financial aid, right? That's not even count. That's just debt, right? That's 100. Imagine leaving college and 100+ K in debt, and you're only given a bachelor's degree, right? And you're only making about 50 to 60 a year, right? And that 50 to 60 a year is before expenses, before, and don't let a kid come into play, right? So I just feel like it doesn't make sense. 10,000 is literally chump change, right? What is that going to do for us? That's not going to advance us as a people. That's not going to advance us as borrowers. That's not going to help us financially if we're being honest, right? So I just feel like his administration has to make a bigger effort, right? He has to put himself in the borrower's shoes, not as someone in the higher power that he is, right? Not as I feel like he's thinking from a perspective of someone that's not really going through it financially, right? And I just feel like it's not fair. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to people who go to school for 4 or 5 years and bust their ass, right? Accumulate this debt, right? To be given a lousy $10,000, but right, we're given all this loan money, but like the first person said, when it comes to actually obtaining an asset, right, we can't even get a FHA loan. Like it just doesn't make sense, right? So I feel like the system is really it really forgets about the actual people, right? And I wholeheartedly disagree with the whole situation.
So what do you say to people like Sound Deaf here, who says if you're in mad debt, whose fault is that? No one forced you to go to college and take out this debt, right? So what do you say to the folks out there like Sound Deaf who might agree with him?
So I feel like we got to kind of look at the schooling system, right? If all right, so let's attack that another way. If I don't go to school, right, and I don't pursue education, where does that lead me? Right? Where does that lead me as far as opportunities to, better myself, to finance myself, right? If I don't go to these higher institutions, I'm going to end up making anywhere from minimum wage, maybe a few dollars more than minimum wage, right? Who wants to live a life like that? Unless I, find a skill and become an entrepreneur. But a lot of people are either scared, or they're not giving this information to become that. So the norm, right? The norm is to go to school, right? Pursue higher education, and then, get a job in that field. He's saying something that's kind of not realistic, because what does this country want us to do? They want us to. It's kind of geared for. They're trying to like push us to go to college, right? That's kind of the American dream, if you will. So it's just like, I don't know. I just don't agree with what he just said, because it just doesn't make sense. If you want to get a good job, 9 times out of 10, a person is going to go to college, right? They're going to pursue education, get a job in the field what they like. So to say, oh, if you're the one that took on this debt, we kind of had to, right? We're kind of had no other choice. If you want to make decent money, right? It's not really good money. If you want to make decent money, you're going to go to college, right? And you're going to get an education. You're going to invest in yourself. So that's what I got to say to that. It just, what else? And my counter question is, what are we supposed to do?
Good question. Answer that in the comments, y'all. Look, brother, I appreciate you coming on the show today and giving your insight on this topic, man.
Absolutely.
And nothing but love, my brother.
Yeah, none love.
Man, this is a dynamic episode of Rants and Gems. This is the first time we ever did something like this. Look, we're going to go to Johnny Hernandez right now because Johnny Hernandez looked like he got a lot to say. What's up, Johnny Hernandez? How are you today, brother?
Hey, what's up, bro? Peace.
What you think about Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness? Do you think the $10,000 and $20,000 is good, or do you think he should have did more or do nothing at all? What's your opinion on this, my brother?
Man, it's really trash when you think about it. When everybody has like $100,000, $120,000 of debt to go to college. I just graduated in May, so I feel it. But the benefit that I have is I worked like 2 and 3 jobs just to not have college debt. I want to graduate debt free. So I worked 2 and 3 jobs to not have that debt, man. But for those who do have it, that 10,000, that's really nothing. I think it would have been better if maybe he would have gave the people 10,000, right after, the adventure I had at ATL. That would have been a good opportunity to invest. You know what I mean? I'd rather have the 10 G's because now I know what to do with it, after Invest Fest, you know what I mean? So I think that would have been a better option for us. That way we could invest, whether it's in real estate, stocks, whatever, day trade, whatever. In my personal opinion, but we got to get the degrees, man, because if we don't get the degrees, we left at the bottom. You know what I mean? We got to get degrees really just to get a foot in the door. Without a foot in the door, man, they're gonna leave us at $13 an hour, $12 an hour. So we got to get 1 and 2 degrees just to be even looked at. You know what I mean? That still doesn't guarantee us a job because I just applied for 2 other places. I got my degree in HR, like the sister was saying. She's in the HR field. I see the same thing. So I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, man, I've been working for this less amount before my degree. I got my degree. Now I'm applying to these places, man. I can't get no love. So you got to have it. You know what I mean? Until we go independent. Now that we have EYL, Rants and Gems, you giving us the game on the real estate. So now we can do something with a little bit that we got. So I think the 10 G's is really, really not enough, man, to be honest. So
how much do you think they should have forgave? If the 10 G's
man,
is not enough,
100 G's
what's the
enough,
number?
man. I say 100 G's enough, if not everything, But it's like you said, if they do, how many of us really go to college and who does it benefit? You know what I mean? So as far as the Latino community and the Black community, I think it should have been geared more towards that end because, our income is a lot less than other people, or other races, you know what I mean? So I think he should have really just reached out a lot more to us. But overall, I think he should have did away with most of it, if not at least minimum 100 grand.
Man, good insights, Johnny. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Look, we got a lot of insights, and what Johnny just said, I kind of agree with. Like I opened this up by saying, look, how is this going to impact Black people? Because that's what I want to know specifically. I feel as if Black people are the reason this man is voted into office. So what are you, and most Democrats, right? So how is this thing going to impact Black people directly? It's time for these politicians to do stuff that they promise us, the Black community, directly. And I don't think this is it. That's just my personal opinion. Look, I'm going to go to Ashley, the lady Lynn over here, because she's been smiling and she's been like bopping her head and everything like that. So I think she got a lot to say, y'all. She coming with the fire. So Ashley, talk to us tonight.
I'm not coming with the fire. Don't set me up like that, MG.
Let's go, Ashley. Talk to the people. President Biden's student loan forgiveness. What is your thoughts on this?
I am coming with an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I didn't think it was enough. I thought
it was enough.
I do.
All right. So hold on. Before you go, Ashley, I want everybody in the comments. Do you agree with Ashley? If you agree with Ashley, type yes in the chat right now. Do you think the $10,000 was enough to be forgiven? Type yes in the chat. I want to see what's going on here first. Type yes in the chat or no. Let's see what this chat going to say.
I won't be offended, y'all.
We're not going to be offended. We family here. We got a couple yeses up here, but a lot of no's. But it's looking like it's 50-50 though, Ashley. I guess a lot of people share your same sentiments.
Because how much? Because I hear you saying 50,000. A gentleman before me said 100,000. So Matt,
I said forgive it all.
Forgive me. You did say forgive it all. So should they also forgive their FHA, VA, and USDA loans as well because people are having trouble paying them?
No,
This is a
because
loan.
you have an asset that comes with that. That's a big difference.
The asset was supposed to be their education, but if you chose to go to get a degree that does not work for you, that is that person's problem. That they also
Ashley.
they chose to sign up for those loans. Now, I will say I am a little biased. I worked for Sally Mae before, and I used to get the complaint calls all the time.
Oh,
and-
hold on. The plot thickens here. Hold on. Let me turn my hat backwards here. Hold on, Ashley. You gotta leave with that type of stuff here now.
Okay.
Hold on. You gotta throw your disclosure out there from the beginning, Ma. Like, you Sally Mae?
I did the private student loan company, and I know this does not affect private student loans, but in the same token, I always explain to them, this was explained to you. This is a loan, and you know a loan is not a grant. If you wanted to go to school for free, you should have got a scholarship. You should have just used your other options. You do not have to go to college to get a good job. I disagree with that 1000%. There's plenty skills, there's plenty trades. We need appraisers, we need mortgage loan officers, we need all that stuff. We need HVAC specialists, we need mechanics. There are plenty of routes for you to go through without going to a prestigious college, getting an art degree, paying $60,000. Now, what you gonna do with that degree? How is that going to pay you back? And I understand that that's a lot of questions to ask and put on somebody entering to college age, like around 18, 19. That's a lot. But please get around somebody who can maybe educate you, let you know, hey, like you said before, if you ain't going to be a doctor, if you ain't going to be an attorney, what are you going to school for?
I agree with that. Look, I agree with that 100%, Ashley, right? Mm-hmm. If you ain't going for these specialized type of fields that you know you're going to make X, Y, and Z, then like I tell my own children, look, I'm not paying for this, and I don't want you taking out the loan, so we got to figure something else out. Now, I do understand the American dream is flawed because the American dream, we were all brought up saying you had to go to college, you had to do this to get a certain type of job and this, that, and the third. That was all cap. They lied to us.
They did.
They should have said, no, you could go start a business. They could have taught us that. But again, it's a capitalist society, so I get it. So I understand your points, even though you work for the man, Sally Mae, right? And you dealt with the complaints directly, right? So you're a little biased, but I understand your points. Look, people go to freaking school for liberal arts. What the hell is liberal arts? I never understood that, right?
Thank you.
And I don't understand that stuff. But what I will say is this. If you're going to forgive something, I think you should do all or nothing. That's just my opinion. Why forgive 10,000? It's like a slap in the face. You might as well not even do nothing. Just put them on pause for another year.
Well, I got to say this. A lot of us did go to school and did not finish for various reasons. So now we're stuck with degrees that we didn't pay for. And I can guarantee you, a lot of us in that particular boat, it's not $100,000 worth of student loans. So the 10,000 forgiven on 25,000, I can pay y'all 15. I could probably pay y'all 25 too. But I mean, I'm gonna appreciate this 10,000 and understand that ultimately I signed up for these loans that I knew in advance I would have to pay back.
Okay, let me bring in this guy Nathan here. Nathan's been sitting here quietly. I'm going to bring another person into this conversation. We're going to have all of us in here right now. Nathan, what is your thoughts on this, my brother?
First of all, good evening, King. How you doing?
We're live and blessed, my brother. We're live and blessed.
That's awesome. A couple of things that Ashley kind of spoke about is I think you have to take into account that everyone is not educated the same. Everybody doesn't receive the same information the same. Everybody doesn't process or execute the same. So you can't put everybody in a bucket as opposed to saying they should have done this, they should have done that. We have a lot of first generation people going to college who were seeking the American dream, seeking a way out, seeking better for themselves. So for anyone to look down upon that and say, well, you should have known, there's a lot of things that we should have known, but we weren't taught properly. We weren't educated. We weren't in the area to enhance our knowledge and able to understand what we were signing away for. We can say that about a lot of people who get these payday loans or get cars that they can't afford or buy things that they can't afford. So we can label that on a lot of things. But when we're talking about forgiveness, I'm in agreement with MG. If we're going to forgive, let's forgive. I've never heard of a 10% or 1% give. I'm going to forgive you 10,000 of what you've done to me. That's not forgiveness. I'm gonna give you a slide for 10 G's, or I'm gonna give you a slide for 20 G's, but you still owe me. So it's not a forgiveness. It's a, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit of leeway and see what you do with that. So in my opinion, no, it's not enough. But we know what the Doulos twist is. We know how the government is. It's a midterm election year, right? So we know what the whole setup is. But to just put everybody in the same bucket, I think that's kind of unfair for people to have that judgment on people.
Ashley, what do you guys say to that?
It's not a judgment at all, Mr. Nathan. Hello, how you doing? I'm glad to have be in your presence. But it's not a judgment at all, sir. What it's accountability. At what point, Mr. Nate, am I responsible for the loans that I chose to take out?
I'm not saying that you're not responsible. However, I'm saying that there's sometimes they prey on the ignorant. A lot of us are ignorant to some things that they've been doing for eons since this whole setup was set up, right? The whole school system was a setup, right, to create more workers for them, not for the betterment of us. So what I'm saying to you, of course, I'm not saying that people don't need to understand. I'm saying that we can't just label everybody in the same bucket. Like it's your fault. You signed it. It's your Well, if we're gonna do that, then there's a whole bunch of things people are responsible for, right? Not just school.
And they should take responsibility for those things as well. That is my only argument. It's about skin in the game. Even MG, you got to have a down payment for skin in the game. It's about accountability as far as I'm concerned. The accountability also where before you signed up for these student loans, I get it, especially in our community, we may not have that person, that point of contact or reference that we can reach out to. Everybody can't get on here with MG or go talk to 19 Keys or go, you know what I'm saying? We can't do that, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. That's not everybody's fortune. But let's not act as if we didn't know what we was getting ourselves into. This was not a trick. There was no trick in that paperwork. And everywhere, at least on every page that you sign, it said loan. And we all know what a loan is. So
Well,
it's
I
not
could I could I could say it was a trick because they knew within 4 or 5, 6, 8 years once you were actually out of school that job wouldn't be paying what it was paying when they told you to get the loan.
Oh, now, Nate, we can definitely have a conversation about how all of a sudden, after Black people start obtaining these degrees, their value dropped. We can
Okay.
definitely have that
So we
conversation.
can we can at least say that there was some behind the scenes some deception going on, right? If we
I'm
can
not
use
gonna
that
say that.
word.
I'm not gonna say that. I do believe that we were sold a dream that you should go to school. You should, that should be your end all be all goal after high school. And especially where I come from, we didn't have a lot of other options presented to us. But in the same token, I eventually had to understand that, hey, I'm not even. I'm really not taking this serious. Let me be real with myself. I got like a 2.1 GPA here. I'm really just in here to party, have a good time. I'm about to cut out because my people need me back home, and I'm not gonna keep taking out these student loans. So that was my accountability. Not everyone will come to that same conclusion, but at some point, we have to take accountability. That's just what it all boils down to for me.
Yeah, we can take accountability, but also with the accountability, we can also understand that you know what, it wasn't what I was told,
We
right?
can't walk and chew gum.
Yo, you putting on that customer service Sally Mae voice right now. Yo, I feel customer servicey right now. I feel like I'm on a call right now.
Hang
Listening
up.
to,
Yeah.
I'm on a jack right now, listening to you like, yo, she got the customer. Sir, we all can argue this. You're good at what you do, Ashley.
Thank you, man.
No, this has been an amazing day. Look, Ashley, final words on this.
Oh, I get the rant in the gym.
You you going to give. You and Nathan had a great discussion. I want y'all both to give us a rant in the gym about President Biden's student loan forgiveness, and we're going to close this thing up with that one. All right.
All right. Well, here is my rant. I would say that it's about accountability, y'all. Yes, 10,000 may not forgive your $100,000 of student loans, but let's just kind of figure out how we got there, how we can avoid getting back there, and plan ahead for a better future. My gym, um, Matt, if I'm not allowed to do this, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and cut me off. But my gym, it would just be to go ahead and follow me. Check out Ashley, the Lady Lender, on all platforms. That's my gym to you, Ashley.
Shameless plug, Ashley.
Oh
I like,
yeah,
I
shameless,
like that.
none.
I'm not mad at that. All right, Nathan. Go ahead. What you got? What's your rant in your gym?
I most definitely agree with accountability, but I'm also in agreement with making sure that you're fully aware of what you're signing and what you're doing. When I was growing up, we didn't have no MG to mortgage guys. There was no EYL when I was going to school, right? So take full advantage of the information that we now have access to, and let that not be any more excuses there going forward. My gem is uh, y'all get life insurance. Shout out to the legacy company, Dave Hutchison. Life insurance. I promise you, we can have a conversation about life insurance because that's my thing. And if I would have known about this, I'd be a millionaire right now, which I'm working on. But life insurance is the way to go right now. That's it.
We're gonna get there, King.
You're gonna get there, King. You're gonna get
Most
there.
definitely.
Look. I love this conversation that we had, Ashley and Nathan. I appreciate you guys coming on the Rants and Gems show. Thank you so much. DM me. I'll follow both of y'all. All right.
Oh, thank you.
I'll follow
Salute,
both of
King.
y'all. And if you got anything in your pages that you want me to reshare, I'll put in my stories too, because I just like the conversation. So I want to support you guys because you came over here and blessed us with your intellectual property on the Rants and Gems show tonight.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
Appreciate
as well. I actually appreciate you as well.
Likewise. Nice to meet you, Nate.
You.
appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shout out. Look, man, this was an amazing conversation, amazing episode of Rants and Gems. We did something different here tonight. Y'all had me turn my hat backwards because this thing got so hot and spicy today. You know what I'm saying? Which I was loving every moment of this. Look, we all got our opinions, right? We all got our opinions on what people should do, can't do, whatever the case may be. But the reality is, we all got to do what we got to do at the end of the day to make sure we are making money, because you can't rely on the government for anything. And if you're relying on the government, you're setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. We have to do what we got to do to get to it, y'all. Whether they're going to forgive 10,000 or all of it or 50,000, look, it is what it is. One thing I will agree with the Queen, Ashley, we got to take accountability. You know you was taking out a loan. You know what you was getting yourself into. You got to make it work. So I do agree with that. We got to be accountable for what we're doing. All right. But get money, man. Get money. Get money. But this was a great episode. Ashley came with the smoke. Nathan came with the smoke. Shout out to everybody that came on Rants and Gems. Drop a gems in the comment for us, please. Drop a gems in the comment if you were feeling this type of layout tonight with Rants and Gems. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all go on YouTube. Audio, wherever you listen to podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I need you to make sure that you guys are downloading on audio, listening to on audio. Do all of that good stuff, man, because we work hard to bring you guys good content, good information. I think this was a lot of edutainment here tonight. And I really wanted to bring the people on. I didn't just want to read comments. I didn't want to just read comments tonight. I wanted to hear your voices. I wanted you guys to have the platform, right? EYL, we the biggest ever. So I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to be on the biggest ever and be on a network, because you guys made us the biggest ever, right? So your voice is important to us. Your voice is important to Kiana and I, and to our whole team and our whole network. So I thought this was a great conversation. Everybody kept it great. And it was good. It was great. Education is free most of the country. Where's the richest be? It was good, man. It was good. All right. Make sure y'all pick up House Economics Shameless Plug too. Since y'all want to shameless plug, I'm gonna shameless plug my stuff too. Make sure you pick up House Economics. Link will be in the bio. Learn how to house hack your way to wealth. Right. Get some rental properties to pay for those student loans. All right. So get a student perspective, MG. I thought I did. I invited all of y'all to come on here. You know, I invited all y'all to come on here. So I try to answer as many questions as possible. We got everybody on here. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Jordana, that's all we got. Let me put you on. You don't have to bring your camera on. Jordana, what you think about this tonight? You on live. Super producer.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You had a stat up there. I couldn't find it in the comment no more, but you put a stat about Black women.
Yeah, so basically, according to the new report from the American Association of University for Women, Black women carry about 20% more student debt than white women do.
20% more student debt than white women.
And as of 2020, women held almost $929 billion in outstanding student debt. So it was definitely a great discussion. I agree. I went to a community college, so I knew I was supposed to go to Hofstra, and I just couldn't afford it. And I was just like, okay, this is a loan. We have to pay it back. And it came to that, decision where I had to just go to community college, and it was the best thing I ever did.
Why was it the best thing you ever did?
Because I don't have student loans. So
and you get into it too. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Oh my God! All right, let's offline.
Let's offline. But no, I want your opinion. You're a college girl.
No, I think for me, listen, I think Biden, I'm gonna say this. I think Biden is doing a little something. I think that 10,000 is better than nothing, especially since a lot of these people with these big degrees, they were complaining. So it's better than nothing. And I feel like that's the life you kind of chose. I don't want to sound messed up, but if you're not a lawyer, if you're not a doctor, and a lot of my friends, I have a doctor friend who went to community college and then went and got her medical stuff after the fact. You know what I mean? So she's still in debt. But then I know another doctor who did it the whole way, So it's the root of the issue, if we really want to be transparent, is that the education system in America is flawed. The healthcare system in America is flawed. There's so much bigger issues than just debt, right? And loans. It's from the root. So that's my hot take.
Man, super producer of Rants and Gems, Jordana is in the building to come and drop some gems. Well, this was a great show. We did this. It's coming up on an hour now. I said I wasn't going to be on here no longer than an hour. I'm glad I did tonight's show because we was about to cancel this. But this was great, Jordana, wasn't it?
It was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Look, thank you guys for tuning in again. Drop some gems in the comment if you like the format of the show. And we're going to start doing more conversations like this with the audience, Jordana. I think this would be great to just bring them in. Let's have dialogue. Let's have conversation. No, I didn't have no pineapple juice. We leave that for Ian. Ian drinks all the pineapple juice, but yeah, I thought this was a great dialogue, man, just to hear our community and hear their opinion. And like I said, I'm gonna say it again, like I said in the beginning, I think the 10,000 ain't shit. I don't think it does nothing for nobody. I think it is something, but it doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, when you really look at it, I don't really think it does much. And I don't think it helps Black people specifically. I would love to see this administration and any administration, Democrats or Republicans, do things that are directly for the Black community, because we need our reparations, but also us in the Black community, we have to understand we have to go out and get our own reparations on our own, because they clearly not going to give us. They can go give Ukraine and all these other people trillions of dollars and sponsor wars and do all this other stuff. They're not going to do anything for us. So at some point, we have to do it for ourselves. We have to use the information on Rants and Gems and in books like House Hackonomics and EYL University, and you go to InvestFest and you learn all these things on Market Mondays. You guys got to use this stuff to create your own dynasty, create your own legacy, to get your own reparations, because that's why we come on this channel every single day and pump out information at scale. And so not just you guys, but us too. So we all can go out there and execute and create the lifestyles and the life that we want for our children's children, because that's what it's all about, right? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys got value out of this conversation. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Also go to audio, wherever you listen to, Apple, Spotify, rate it 5 stars, leave a review, download the podcast. Let's continue to make history with Rants and Gems and make it the #1 real estate podcast in the world. Great show. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. And I'm out of here. All right. So this is Matt Garland. Shout out to Kiana Watson. Congratulations again. She got a new big ass office. So she's gonna probably come on next week. We'll talk about that. But shout out to Kiana Watson and the whole Watson Realty Company. We love y'all. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. All right. It's Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700. But I'm better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Peace.